applause. So we are actually going to wrap up now. I'm going to invite Simon Blakely to come join me at the front. My pal Simon, we're going to do a quick little wrap up here.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Yes, like Dave said, we figured some of you may have been here for the whole day, and I'm sure you're still processing the information you've heard. I know we are. There's so much happening so fast right now, and it's exciting times, really it is, to be in this sector. And it's exciting for us to work with businesses and organizations like yourselves and really help you to identify what will be the best solution for you going forward. So like David said, I'm just going to do a quick recap of kind of what we learned today in case anybody didn't really hear it. But so I had Rebecca this morning, she did an introduction to Rethink Green, really told that backstory about us, the mission, the vision, the values, and how we've really grown from this environmental grassroots organization to become this enabler of other green groups, and how through our shared platform, we're really fulfilling that role as an environmental programs incubator. She mentioned also how we've matured and expanded as not-for-profit, and that includes support for up to 60 businesses and organizations via the Green Economy North program, and also working with 25 communities in Manitoulin Island and North Shore with Smart Green Communities. So Rebecca shared some other details about initiatives upcoming for Rethink Green, which we're excited about, potential for a home energy retrofit program, and other opportunities such as low carbon building to rehouse Rethink Green when we get back to the new normal, and also some financing opportunities that could come from status as an LC-free centre. So I did my presentation, talked more about the program and kind of how it's evolved over time, the importance of it, why it ties back to the agenda, what's happening at COP26, how it's going to guide really all businesses as they transform going forward. Talked about a new cohort model that we're introducing and how really it can be an expansion of what we're doing today. It's all about that collaboration and networking piece, bringing just different businesses, different ideas together so we can all learn and share best practices. So just a reminder that anybody interested in Green Economy North or Smart Green Communities, if you'd like to become a member, please reach out. We're looking to recruit people for that cohort, which will start in January of 2022. So we'd love to hear from you soon. So then the next section, joining the transition, our Northern Business Panel. So regrettably, Paul Rack of Veriform, located in Cambridge, Ontario, wasn't able to join us today, but we do hope to get him back another day. So really, what he's done is introduce over 100 micro projects in his steel fabrication business over the past 15 years. And he's done all this self-funded and driven by the mission, wanting to improve efficiencies and really work with his staff to understand what is possible and push the boundaries. So with this, Paul achieved a 77% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. And that was based upon his baseline year. And from this, Paul has realized a total $2 million in savings. Just imagine that.
So that's a lot.
If businesses talk to us a lot about can't afford it, not sure, but like if you're really getting those savings and those returns, it's time to
that's
invest.
what the whole thing is. That sustainability has always been connected to bottom line, hasn't it? Every time you save on environment, you save on money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paul, with that 77% reduction, he's also able to use carbon offsets to really bring it up to net zero. If you factor into this, that he's actually doubled the size of his facility and staff in this period, you could say that he's net zero positive by 100%. So he's going way and beyond what anybody would expect. So.
I would use that math. I'm a comms guy, but I would use that math.
So next we had Katie McCartney of Frosca. Obviously, told us that she's living her dream.
Yeah.
She's working with others, businesses and organizations in the mining sector, helping them control and monitor their environmental compliance standards and really limit the pollution caused through heavy industrial practices. So Katie shared that she feels some people do not always understand the work she does. And she said it's crucial that we really support mining companies in the research process and help them as they introduce low carbon extraction methods. We're going to need these rare earth metals locally so we can support our own future growth and development.
She also said, don't boil the ocean, which is just good advice all around. So, I mean, not rock star presenter, in my opinion.
So Katie spoke about a passion for environmental literacy, identified different ways businesses can transform the practices, and really said that, the shift to home-based working, what we're doing now with teleworking, less printing, eating at home, less waste.
Yeah.
How that's been positive.
And just activities like today. Absolutely. The overhead. We chose to do this online. And yes, we probably could have had an in-person one, but the advantages of doing it online to save so many resources. And we had such a great audience regardless. This is just a sign that these models work. This foundation works.
Absolutely. Now, Bob from Split Rail Brewing Co., a long-term member of our Green Economy North program, talked about really the importance of environmental, social, and governance factors within their business and how it's driving their whole kind of ethos to how they do business, how they've talked about different projects, how we assisted them, in fact, with a new mobile canning, replacing the mobile canning unit with a standalone system that they now have by going after some of the provincial grants available. She mentioned how some of the spent grains are being used as a food source for pig farmers locally, and even as an ingredient for a local bakery. So it's really tapping into the circular economy practices that Alex mentioned.
Oh, wait, that's the disadvantage of doing these digitally. There was no product sharing from the brewery. So, give and take, everyone.
Next time.
Next time.
So Judy Subner of Trinity United Church. We just love Judy. She shows up.
Yeah, she's dedicated. We love her.
She talked about a range of initiatives again at the church and in her own home. Simple stuff, some of it, but it's making a difference.
I don't know, that whole water system. You can tell she used to be a chemistry teacher because that whole water system blew my mind. So you guys got to get a hold of her to get that done in your house because that is incredible stuff.
And it just shows the different levels of dedication that people apply in their daily lives.
Absolutely.
Just anything to try and save or reduce as they go about their business.
Yes, 100%.
And Judy, obviously, a major success for the church there is that they secured funding towards this new solar installation to be positioned on the southeast facing roof elevation. And we were pleased to do an energy audit for them, which helped them to leverage that grant. So congratulations.
Yeah, great. A great panel overall. I really enjoyed doing that this morning. Everyone brought such great energy. What I like about doing those panels is I learned things that I didn't know. Like just in the way where she placed the trees on the side of her house, and Katie's look at mining's role in sustainability, and Barb talking about sort of that frontline employees are the ones that are going to see the changes first for sustainability. Like everything out of that presentation was rock star.
Yeah, totally. Then we had Danielle, of course, a long-term friend of ours, Green Economy Canada, in the network, or we should say we're in their network.
Yes, and it's our show right now. We'll say in our network. Let's put it that way. Yeah, she gets a camera, she can say her network.
But yeah, Danielle, so much information to take on board there, but it's really important to understand that where it's going, all the issues to do with carbon pricing, carbon offsetting, opportunities to store that in the ground. Where is this going to impact the economy, and how can we all be involved in this and really save as we go forward? We had a lunch break, delicious, courtesy of our hosts here, Salute Coffee, smoked salmon bagels all around.
Yep. If you were wondering what we had for lunch, we hope your lunch was as good.
Yeah, maybe it was sauce from Manitoulin Island.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, could have been. Yeah, exactly.
So then we jumped into the afternoon session with Alex, of course, and it's no easy feat, is it, to do the graveyard shift after lunch?
No, absolutely not. But she rose to the occasion. Man, it was Halloween. That would have been a great joke.
Yep. So she brought the energy and really delved deeper into some of the concepts that we discovered. We were very lucky to go to the World Circular Economy Forum recently, and there was over 160 countries. Over 8,000 people attended, and it was just really fascinating to learn what other businesses are doing worldwide and see how can we replicate that or bring them here. Either way, let's do it.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. That's what we're saving the world. Let's just do it.
So Alex obviously had some polls. We hope you enjoyed that. It was interactive. It was great to see everybody's responses as they kind of came in and what circularity means to you. And then we went into our Canadian made solutions. So we brought it back home, been around the world. Alex has, inspired you even more. Yeah. And now we're really looking at what's here, what businesses are growing or expanding, which companies, frankly, need your support as we make this transition. Let's be in this together and let's really create these networks where we can do that. Glenn Smith and Colin McKeever from Eco Growth. So they showcase their system, which is really repurposed laundry facility in Calgary and involves the use of biodegradable waste as a feedstock. So that's dehydrated like sawdust and becomes a biofuel. And then that could be used as a carbon neutral energy source. Genius.
It's incredibly genius. And, we make jokes about human bio waste, but realistically, this is like everything, the level of dehydration they are doing and how that has become a fuel source. That's just a perpetual energy machine in my mind. I know the math doesn't add up, Judy, but in my mind, it's a perpetual energy machine.
Well, it did for them because they're now saving over $60,000 in natural gas bills yearly.
Okay, actually, the math does add up.
So they're refining that technology and licensing it out to other businesses, and really there to help other businesses transform and their operations as they go forward. Sarah Summerlin there from Breezac Solutions, big fan of hydroponics myself, would love to have a go at growing something like that and reducing those food miles, like you say, acknowledging that a lot of this fresh produce comes from far away and is coated in chemicals and
yeah. And I never really thought of, like, we do a lot of food security stuff here in Greater Sudbury, Greater Sudbury Food Policy Council. We helped with the incubation of a lot of that, the first staff and one of the first paid for staff. And like, we never really talked about food mileage as opposed to food sovereignty. We talk about food sovereignty a lot, but that food mileage piece is incredible. And that's what a great solution to a problem I didn't know I had. But now I have a solution for it. So I'm relieved and surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, there's a lot of science packed into this, but essentially the system can produce 10 kilograms of produce every 28 days. Nutrients can be added daily. There's a starter kit that comes with it, including pH balances, measuring tools. We're all going to be home chemists at this rate.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's wonderful. And then Glenn Knowles finally to finish off just then with Lava Grip Inc. This is a volcano based out in BC. Again, I wasn't even sure it was a volcano.
Yeah, I had no idea, man.
No, it was Glenn by the sound of it, but he quickly learned and he told us all about it and how it's this wonderful organic material that really can be cut down into these small pellets, about a quarter of an inch in size, and acts as a traction aid. So you can look at it differently. It's not going to dissipate, get into the water systems, or make everything salinized.
It really can help with the pH levels. Absolutely. Yeah. And I don't have to eat beet juice anymore. So I love it so much.
Yeah. And so it has no negative side effects. It doesn't stain. It's animal friendly. It's reusable as well. You can scoop it up and use it next year.
Yeah, I love that too. I love that too. So much money on salt every year.
Yeah. I'll just pack it into the ground and it can aerate the ground and improve the nutrient value and soil health. So we hope. I'm going to step aside now. I just want to share some kind of my learnings from today. I believe Rebecca's going to jump in here and say a few words also, but I just want to say on my behalf, thank you again to everybody for attending today. You've made this event. Please reach out anytime. I'd love to hear from you and have a good day.
All right, Rebecca, slide on in. I should have had co-hosts all day. What was I doing?
So I'm just going to say a few final words and mostly all thank yous. So thank you to Salute for hosting us today. They've really done a lot of work on reducing their plastic, and so we were really excited to be here in a plastic-free environment to host our event. Thank you again to our sponsors, TD Bank, Greater Sudbury Utilities, and Centerline Architecture. It really makes us feel like we're not alone out here trying to do good things. Just some good old hard cash really goes a long way to making us feel supported. Thank you to all the presenters who took your time and expertise and shared that with everybody today. Really learned some great things. I hope you did too. Thank you to my wonderful team. We are a small but mighty, a team of 4. Everybody you've seen on camera has been working on this quite a lot, and I'm probably did the least work on this, but everybody else has really been pedal to the metal. So so proud of everybody for the work they've done today and making everything run smoothly and having such knowledgeable and interesting presenters. And mostly thank you to you. Thank you to all of you for showing up, for caring enough to spend your day with us, whether it was you've been here since this morning or you're just hopping into the ones that are really interesting to you. We need a community to make this happen. Just a takeaway from today is almost everybody mentioned the value of local and the value of partners and a network. And that's really the work we're trying to do here. We're trying to create that local network of partners that are helping each other to be more sustainable and to do this together. So the tagline from Green Economy Canada is together we're demonstrating a more sustainable economy is possible. And I think we've really shown that is true here today. So thank you for connecting, and we're really looking forward to connecting with you again soon. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening, everybody. Take care.